What are the mindsets that you have to have as a man to find the right girlfriend or wife? Couple of ones, very important. Number one, you have to understand that your ego is not your friend. If you've achieved any type of success in your career or your business, you're quite proud of that, as you should be. The problem with men who are doing well in their career or their business can sometimes be that they think they got it all figured out. Oh, I'm not doing so bad. I'm already all right. No, you're not. Let me show you something. A friend of mine sent me this. Here, 1 second. I'm going to show you one. Come here for a sec. I want to show them a meme. This is basically you. Wait. Can you show that? Visible? You're adjusting it. You're getting it. I trust you. You're going to get it. Use the manual focus. Did you get it? You see it? Yeah. That's you! You're sitting in the fire and everything is burning. Everything is burning around you, but you are not aware of it because you think, oh, I'm all right. I'm already doing so good. Why would I need somebody else to tell me what to do? Because if you're in a high position in your career, or maybe you're running your business, well, then you don't want people telling you what to do. Completely understandable, I'm the same. I left the tech company that I was working for because I have a problem with authority. Completely understandable. But if you already knew everything there was to know, you'd have the result. If you actually understood dating, you'd already be in a fulfilling relationship. If you knew how to work online dating, how to approach, how to communicate effectively, how to create a man-to-woman connection, how to eradicate the blind spots in your communication with women. If you knew all that, you'd already have a relationship, so you don't. So you have to put your ego aside and be willing to learn. Don't just have these preconceived notions. You have an opinion, but you don't know. You have opinions about dating and relationships, but you have no idea. I have an unfathomable amount of data points. Hundreds of clients from all around the world, 80% of them, most of them in the US. Thousands of dating conversations analyzed via texting, in person. At some point, I would have to really be an idiot to not recognize dating specific patterns. So, put your ego aside. That's number one. That's the first mindset you have to be able to find the right one. Put aside what you think you know and don't identify with being the person who knows, but identify yourself, as Tom Billy says, with being the learner. Number two, let's call it worth. I am worth a relationship. And not just any, obviously, but a healthy one. You have to fully understand and affirm that you are worthy of having a woman who is loyal, who's not a hoe, who truly loves you, who really looks at you and appreciates you and respects you. You have to understand that and you have to affirm it. Yeah, but childhood trauma, XYZ. Gunther Schmidt in Germany, one of Germany's best psychologists, who I've had the fortune to learn from. I'm not a doctor or a psychologist, but I have been able to learn shit tons from him in person as well as online over the years. He says there's no direct correlation between trauma and a negative symptom you're experiencing in the present. If there was, not saying the trauma is real, but if there was a direct cause-effect relationship between anything, that would mean that as long as the cause stays the same, the effect stays the same. As long as the power that's pushing, the force that's pushing against the object stays the same, cause the same, effect the same. The second the cause doesn't stay the same anymore, different effect. Now, the negative thing that happened in the past as to why you're not good with women right now, why you're a little shy, why you're a little introverted, that happened in the past. You cannot change the cause. If that was the cause, it would mean you're always equally shy, always equally incompetent in your social skills, and that's evidently not the case. Sometimes you're extremely competent, sometimes not. But your results fluctuate. Sometimes it goes great, sometimes it doesn't. But in order to find a high quality relationship, you have to have consistency over X amount of months to be able to then choose somebody. So, it is not what happened in the past that's controlling it. You can affirm a new reality right now. Understand, I am worth a fantastic relationship. That is absolutely crucial. Number 3, the most important mindset is, it is possible. And as trivial as this may sound,
If you don't take action, it's because you don't believe it's possible or because you've fallen prey to the tyranny of how. Yeah, but I don't know how. You can figure out the how. They are paid resources. They are free resources. We have 2,000 to 3,000 short form videos. We have a YouTube channel. We have a coaching program that's amazing. Group coaching, one-on-one. Everything exists out there. Free resources, paid resources. The information are there. You can find them. Don't fall prey to the tyranny of how. Most people say, oh, I don't know how. And they get stuck on it. You'll find the how. If you know what you want, why you want it, in other words, you're away from motivation and you're towards motivation is strong enough, you will find a way. But you have to believe at your core that it's possible. Even if you don't know how yet. You might not know how. Yeah, but in the past, I've met these types of women. I've just never been able to make online dating work. The past only predicts the future if you live there. Tony Robbins always says, if you're using a rear view mirror to guide you, you're going to crash. Or as Gary Vee says, looking back hurts your neck. So orient yourself forward and just say, it is possible. I will find a way or I'm going to make a way. Because what's the alternative? Remember the GIF the moved image that I just showed you. Do you want to stay like that? What is the alternative to figuring this out? Yeah, but I think I'm just going to focus on myself. Horseshit. This is the best thing to focus, to work on yourself. You learn to approach women in person. You figure out online dating. You work on your confidence, your communication. What better way is there to work on yourself other than your confidence and your communication? Yes, meditate. I'm a big fan of that. Yes, do emotional freedom techniques. There's a million self-help tools. They're all fantastic. Therapy, it's all great. It's all great. I'm a big believer in and versus or. Yes, and. But it doesn't matter how much. Most therapists won't be able to help you with dating, by the way. I think therapists are amazing and they're the good ones. And there are a lot of them. There are a lot of real heroes who are therapists and they're unsung heroes in our society. I genuinely mean this from the bottom of my heart. But their expertise is mental and emotional well-being. They can't help you with dating. There's a therapist right now, a man or a woman. You can't take dating advice from women, by the way, and from men either, right? Most men, regardless of men or women, you can't take dating advice from them because they don't know what they're talking about. It's almost even not a gendered argument, actually. But the therapist, who might be amazing at helping you feel better emotionally, physically, he's still going to go home to a wife who either doesn't respect them, he's not that physically attracted to, they don't have their values to come in. Dating as a tool to find a high-quality relationship is a specific context. Just because somebody is great in one area doesn't mean he has an expertise in a different area. So, coming back to it, it is possible. You affirm this every single day. I will find a way or I'll make a way. I will find a way or I'll make a way. Fourth, not I am worth it, but it is worth it. Your towards motivation has to be strong enough. Yes, you want to avoid the pain and loneliness of watching adult videos, the frustration of ending up with the wrong women, of maybe not having a family, of being a pathetic role model to your born or unborn children yet because you haven't figured this area out in your life. Yeah, you're probably already, if you're a father, you're probably a fantastic role model in certain ways. But if you want to have children, if you have children and you haven't figured this out, are you going to teach your son anything someday? Okay, even your daughter, you'll be able to teach her more in terms of dating if you actually figure this out. Because remember, children, they want happy parents. They want happy parents. They need you to take care of yourself first and be the strongest version of yourself, because otherwise you won't be able to help them. Because what's going to happen is, if you don't find somebody who's right for you, you're going to settle for somebody who isn't, and then you're going to live a life of quiet desperation and you'll become passive aggressive. And your children are going to model that at some point. So you're away from motivation has to be strong, but then also you're towards motivation. How awesome can life be? I went for a walk with Fernanda this morning. We cuddle, we have fun, there's intimacy, you build a family together. You have to actually understand how good it can get. You don't even know how awesome a fulfilling relationship can actually be. You don't even know because you've never had it. Yeah, but I just need to get back in the game. You've never been in the game. You don't need to get back in it. Because if you would have mastered this skill set once, timer fell. If you would have mastered this skill set once, we might need to get a new timer. Might have replaced the one. I might have just broken that. Very weak very weak magnets on the timer. We have to write a complaint. If you would have mastered this skill set once, it would have stuck with you forever. You will never unlearn how to ride a bike. Yeah, you might get rusty. It might take you a week or two to get really good at cycling, or like an hour or two, whatever it is. You will never unlearn the skill of cycling. You will never unlearn the skill of driving a car. You have never mastered this before. It's not about, oh, I gotta get back in the game. Things are different now than 10 years ago. Yeah, things are different now. The globalization of the dating marketplace has absolutely occurred, but you've never had the skill set because this would have stuck with you, okay? It's not about getting back into it. So understand it is truly worth it because it can be amazing. Having a woman by your side, you're there, you're working, she sits down, instead of her getting fucking upset, nagging you for working a lot, she tells you, I am so proud. Thank you so much for the work that you put in for us. She'll have genuine, real appreciation. The intimacy is going to be there. It's truly awesome and fulfilling. Perfect doesn't exist, but pretty fucking awesome truly does. And the last mindset that I want to talk about here today when it comes to figuring out what's necessary for a high quality relationship, other than ego not being your friend, understanding that you are worth it, that it is possible, that it is worth it, is that it can be easy to find the right one. Yes, on the one hand, you have to have a David Goggins type of mentality. I will make it work. I'm going to go through the rejection. I'm going to grind it out. You got to have the warrior inside of you. Strengthen it to unleash that masculinity. Absolutely. But with the right strategies, it can actually be really easy. If you just do the right things on online dating, you build your profile the right way, whoop, the matches come in. Whoop, you boost your profile. Ooh. You do progressive desensitization. You overcome approach anxiety. Oh, now I can start a conversation. Oh, now I have numbers. Oh, now I'm on a date. Oh yeah, okay, still mess it up. Okay, analyze what happened on the date. Reflection. Pain plus reflection equals progress, as Ray Dalio says. Pain plus reflection equals progress, pardon me. You adjust your approach. Oh, now she stays interested in me. Oh, we kissed. Oh, we had intimacy. Oh, great, I'm in a relationship. On the one hand, you have to have a willingness for it to be difficult, but it can actually be easy. It's not this crazy thing. There are systems and processes that you can figure out. We talked about that. Watch the video that we posted yesterday about the plan. You fix your mindset, you get more dates, you transform them into a relationship, and then that's it. It doesn't really get that much more complicated. All right? So understand, identify with being the learner, as opposed to the knower. Identify with being the learner, not the knower. Understand you are worth it. Understand it is possible. Understand it is worth it. What's the alternative? Being alone forever? Or being with the wrong women? And that it can be easy. These are 5 crucial mindsets that you have to embody to find the right girlfriend or wife. If you want us to help you with that personally, apply for a free initial consultation call. And I'm looking forward to speaking with you soon. Take care.